is the RPG you need in your life if you're the kind of person who actually likes managing the delicate opinions of multiple factions and your own companions, all while wearing a dope cape. Seriously though, this game is well worth your time. You play a neutral party called Sardet sent to the island of Teer Fradee to find a cure for the plague sweeping your home nation. But even though you've outrun the plague, for now, there's still plenty of danger awaiting on Teer Fradee. It's up to you how many of the 6 factions you actually want to side with, and which companions to befriend or betray. For those of you who have picked up the game, we've got 13 tips to help you get started. From small details that come in handy to things that aren't entirely obvious to start with. So here's 13 things to help you get started in GreedFall. First up, this will help you during combat. You can run while swigging potions, but you can't sprint while swigging potions. It's a small detail, but it means that you can still kite your opponent while getting some health back. That means you don't have to stand still and risk being knocked over or, killed when you're trying to up your health. In my honest opinion, when you're deciding which talent to unlock first, go for science. It lets you craft potions, which come in handy for your first handful of quests, and if you don't get the science talent at the beginning of the game, you'll have to wait until you're level 5 to choose it, as you only get talent points every 5 levels. Vigour is handy too, as without it you can't make your way across beams in the game as you don't have enough balance. Charisma is always handy, but as you can kind of fumble your way through the beginning of the game without it for 5 levels at least, I would say it's better to be able to craft basic potions, especially as during the first few quests you'll be coming up against enemies that are way stronger than you. A spare health potion definitely won't go amiss in those circumstances. Finding ingredients for your potions can be a bit of a gamble in cities, so instead you should look out for them in the wild. Helpfully, in your inventory you'll find images of what each ingredient looks like, so you don't have to needlessly pick up unneeded herbs in the countryside. And on a basic level, it really does help to know what you're actually looking for. When you fight an enemy, above their health bar you'll see a number of shield icons. These indicate how much armour each enemy has. The more armour it has, the less damage your attacks do. Luckily, some weapons, heavy one-handed ones called impact weapons, namely, destroy enemy armour, so if you're having a hard time killing a particular foe, switch to an axe or warhammer. You magic users don't have to worry about armour though, as magic simply ignores it. Don't make the same mistake I did and forget that you have Fury to use in your fights, which is a super-powered attack that has special effects. So, for mages it deals more damage, and for melee weapon users it's an automatic hit on whichever enemy you're facing. Fury is also great for making enemies lose their balance. What that means is that when you hit them with a Fury attack, they've got a greater chance of stumbling, or even being knocked down, leaving them unable to defend against your attacks. You can only use Fury when you have enough adrenaline, which is helpfully indicated by those neat swirly effects around your hands. You get adrenaline by successfully attacking enemies, and it sticks around for a while after each fight. So, if you have a particularly fraught encounter and forget to use your Fury, you can enter your next fight in GreedFall with a bang. A bang that, hopefully, annihilates enemies standing closest to you. Even though Sardet is a diplomat, every now and again you'll have to do something a little bit undiplomatic, like sneaking into an area controlled by a particular faction. What that means is that if they see you in this special location, you're going to get beaten up and lose reputation with that faction. Although you can sneak your way through the area if you want to, there's also the option to disguise yourself in clothes belonging to that faction, which means you can stroll right in without the faction guards batting an eyelid. They've somehow missed the very distinctive green mark on your jaw, but hey, I'm not going to tell them about that. Basically, make sure to keep torso armour from each faction in your inventory, just in case you need a disguise. Sometimes which torso armour correlates to each faction will be obvious, like the native gear, but other times you'll need to get a bit creative, as it won't be stated in the outfit name or description what disguise it counts for. So the sailor outfit will help you sneak into Naut areas, the Nauts are a seafaring faction, while a kaftan belonging to the Bridge Alliance will aid you in their controlled areas. Normally, quests in GreedFall are the ordinary kind of go here, kill this, talk to this person, etc, etc. Mind you, every now and again you'll have to wait for something to happen, like thugs turning up at this merchant's shop. You don't have to worry about forgetting when you're supposed to come back though, as at the top of the screen and in the quest menu, you'll find a timer telling you how long remains until you've got to return to your buddy. It saves you some hassle and means you can get on with other stuff in the meantime. Or you can sleep in your residence to skip time, using the amount of time each nap takes to guesstimate when you should be getting back to the person in question. You'll recruit quite a few companions in GreedFall, but you can only have 2 of them following you around at one time. Don't worry about having to run around trying to find your dismissed ones though, as they all head out to your residence in their downtime. All you need to do is return there, then change up your party at your leisure. Look, we're all busy people, and we have a cure to a plague to find, so this is going to save you whole milliseconds. If you sprint towards a door, the Sardet will open it automatically. That's it. That's the tip. Some people like melee, some people like ranged, some people like magic. But even if you're someone who prefers a gun or a sword to a fistful of magic, you might want to keep the Stasis ability in your back pocket. You can get it through the magic skill tree, and it freezes one enemy for a time, or until they take damage. It's really handy for giving yourself a tiny bit of breathing space in a fight, or if you simply need one last enemy to chill while you down a potion or regenerate some mana. Upgraded Stasis also degrades their armour when they're frozen, making it really, really handy in the long run. Some enemies in GreedFall have fast ranged attacks which knock you down by taking full advantage of the very slight delay in your character actually dodging. So here's a tip to help you avoid them, because if you don't, you'll go through this exceedingly fun experience I had at the beginning of GreedFall. Before each ranged attack is a very brief audio warning like this. It'll vary from enemy to enemy, but as soon as you hear it, slam the dodge button and you'll roll out of the way in time to avoid the projectile. Getting knocked down is really frustrating, so hopefully this will save you a bit of grief. Sometimes when you're doing a quest, you'll have 2 objectives active at one time. To save you from having to check the map every 0.5 seconds to make sure you're following the right one, tapping X or A or whatever it is on PC in the quest selection screen changes your objective. This is especially handy if you don't want to, or can't, craft potions to complete a specific potion-focused objective, or want to find notes in a different area. Companions change with each level, just like you. As you get more and more powerful, their attributes will go up too, and you can see which level is going to make them increase next. So if a companion isn't suitable for your escapades at first, you can note down when their abilities finally match up to what you need. Say, more willpower for Siora or higher endurance from Kurt, and go collect them from your residents accordingly. So, there you have it, 13 things to know when you're starting GreedFall. If you liked the video, we'd definitely happily fight by your side on Teer Fradee. Subscribe to Eurogamer for more videos like this, hit the like button if you, well, like the video, and click the bell icon to get notified when we create a new video. We have new videos out every single day, so you won't be waiting long. Good luck in Teer Fradee, friend.